Hello and welcome to FinTech Friday. Now you must be wondering, today ain't a Friday. Kamalika, is this another case of you failing to upload on time? Well, not exactly. I had to rejig the format of FinTech Friday series because I realized I wasn't really doing justice to decoding and unpacking the various news items in under 5 minutes. Now I know the YouTube algorithm wants me to maximize the watch time on my videos. So, hey, longer videos make sense, right? Not to me. I want to ensure that I'm able to deliver some information to anyone visiting, and the longer videos are just too much information and just too overwhelming to grasp all at once. So my videos will strive to be under 5 minutes and I shall be unpacking only one news item at a time. So you guys will get the full treatment to it and don't have to go back wondering what was all that about. Let me just Google. Alrighty. So today we are going to be talking about a new Tide entering India. Now, don't be alarmed yet. Tide is a UK-based financial platform which has chosen India to be its first international market, and we will be seeing a full-fledged launch of the company early next year. So why are we celebrating it right now? Well, because they plan to invest almost over 100 million pounds into our country, as well as go on a hiring spree. So good news for the economy and the lakhs of people unemployed or underemployed. When asked about their expansion plans to India, the CEO of Tide, Oliver Pill, said, and I'm quoting here, "We at Tide are committed to serving India's 64 million and growing SME sector, helping to unleash the true potential of Indian small businesses by helping them save time, money on their financial administration. Through our investments in the market, Tide looks to contribute both to the country's vision of developing a roadmap for a free trade agreement with a target of 100 billion pounds by 2030. Leading the charge in India will be Gurjotpal Singh, CEO of Tide India. Tide has already set up in Hyderabad, where they have their technology center, employing roughly about 200 people at present. With their full-fledged launch, it is expected that they will hire over thousands of people across different scopes like product, marketing, compliance, risk, strategy, tech, and so on and so forth. So what is Tide's target segment? Their aim is to help millions of Indian SMEs save time and money while running their business. And what is Tide? Let's look back and find out what Tide really is all about. So Tide was founded by George Bevis in 2015, and it was launched officially in 2017 and offered SMEs business accounts and other banking services. But there was more. The differentiator was their comprehensive set of highly functional, extremely usable administrative solutions. And in 3 years of their operations, in the UK alone, they've garnered over 350,000 customers. Now, we all know that in order to take deposits, you need a payments bank license and an NBFC or a banking license in order to lend money in India. So, does Tide have that? Nope. And we've seen in my previous video on BharatPay's banking debut on how difficult that can be. So how will they start operating in India then? Well, for that, they have tied up with one of the fastest growing banks in the country, which also happens to have a very strong digital presence, RBL Bank. So RBL will be providing banking services as well as bringing capital liquidity to the entity, which could be good news for RBL too, since their CASA ratio, last that I checked, stood at 31.8% as of the financial year ending March 21. When you compare that with the likes of HDFC, which was at 48%, and IDFC First, which was at 51.75%, RBL does have a lot of catching up to do. So why is a high CASA ratio important for a bank? For that, let's understand the function of a bank. It is to take excessive money from your hands while paying you an interest and lending that out to someone with liquidity needs, earning an interest on that process. And they make a profit when the interest that they pay you or the depositor is much lesser when compared to the interest that they charge the borrowers. and the lowest interest that they can pay out is to current accounts or the business accounts. And historically, while there have been other means of funding a bank like borrowing from the central bank, raising equity, most banks prefer deposits because they're easily the cheapest form of capital available to them. So the deal does seem sweet for RBL, right? Right. Now let's take a closer look into Tide. Their core offering is a free to open and easy to use business account for small business owners and self-employed folks. They have a very simple interface on their app from which you can manage things such as the financial aspects of your business, like creating a customized invoice, linking your accounting software, managing your expenses. You can also schedule payments, either standing orders or one-offs, and you can easily update them as well. And you can upload and match your receipts, categorize them, set up and manage your company expense card, set reminders for payments or collections and whatnot. They also offer an easy support through their chat facility. This is just the basics. Now if you upgrade to Tide Plus, you will get a whole lot of other perks like an access to the daily newspaper, something like the Telegraph, access to training and programs and workshops as well, discounts on the freelancer services that you offer. So if I ever think of becoming a solopreneur, I'd probably want to open my business account with Tide. How about you? Anyway, if you like this video and would like to see more of such videos, then do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you're notified the next time I put up a video. And if you felt this was informative, then please do give it a like and share it with your friends who'd like this as well. Finally, do leave me a comment down below to let me know what else I could have done better. Until next time, stay healthy and be safe.